Hello, Ms. Weisenberg. How are you?
Good evening and Happy New Year. In my faith, on Yom Kippur, we look backwards so that we can move forward. I invite you to engage in an interfaith civic effort to do just that. Have you done your homework? How is the new algorithm going to work? I'm looking at page 7 of your handout on programmatic changes. It's proposed to expand K to 8. Have you looked at the effect, and I would say the segregative effect, of K to 8 schools that have been added in Boston? How about inviting Cambridge school officials and experts who advise them on their very first control choice plan, the one that preceded ours, and their experience, how they've changed their algorithms in the efforts to get more equity, and how they have moved slightly away from K to 8 schools because that was having an inequitable effect. How about looking at the exam school configurations, grades 7 to 12, that provide continuity, that provide predictability? How about looking at Tech Boston and the Quincy Upper, the 6 to 12 configuration? How about the Lions, K to 12? How about inviting Worcester school officials that have a lottery to admit to University Park, a high-achieving school that takes anybody, poor kids, rich kids who apply to the public school at University Park? How about looking at the Blue Ribbon Commission report that has been gathering dust for over 15 to 20 years, and that recommendation to add a 6th grade to the Trotter School? Now, my children were in 7 or 8 of the Boston public schools, including the Hennigan and the Trotter. And you have to look at what happened after we changed our racial fairness, dropped the racial fairness guidelines. If you change the Trotter and the Hennigan to K to 8, you simply expand and lock in high poverty and Black and Latino kids for another 2 years. You don't get the magnet school diversity that existed when my kids couldn't even get in there 20 years ago. Now, let's look, and have you done your homework about moving the Montessori program to the Allegheny?
Ms. Weisenberg.
You just closed.
Ms. Weisenberg. No, I see where you're going, and it seems like you have a lot more to say. If you can just wind it up, because I think you've surpassed the 3 minutes.
Yes,
If
I
you can just
would encourage you also to look at the schools that you closed and why you closed them, and when you're opening up schools, where they're opening and why, and also look at schools that you've reprogrammed, like the Russet Road facility in the West Zone, that the West Zone Improvement Council recommended over 15 or 20 years ago needed to be used to expand early education, especially for our Spanish-speaking community. And what happened? White middle-class parents got that facility for the Linden School. When the Linden parents then moved to the Shaw
Ms.
School,
Weisenberg.
then white middle-class parents got it for the Kilmer School. So you need to look at that
Ms.
and do your
Weisenberg,
homework.
give us your last sentence, then we have to move on.
Thank you. To the absent vice chair who's not here, I hope he does his homework, because he has asked to see the Boston School Unified Facility Plan.
All right, that completes
Thank
your
you.
sentence. Thank you. Thank you, Ms. Weisenberg.